Hey folks, this is Sven again, and today I want to teach you how to play a chord melody or mix melody and chords in the style of Gypsy jazz. Therefore, I recommend to download this free version of the Django Fakebook, because the melodies in there might not be always the melodies of your favorite versions, but actually, like in any real book, the standard melody is included, and that will help you to see which note comes on which chord and stuff, and it's just kind of a help. So I want to show you this with the example of Nuage. And this is very easy because in Gypsy jazz music, we won't have so much block chord melodies. What is a block chord melody? Well, a block chord melody means that you would pick, on every note, you would play a different chord. This is typical for the, let's say, jazz music of the times of Joe Pass and all the era, 1940 till 1970. And so what you do is, like, a block chord melody is block chord melody. That means on every note you have a different chord. And this is not so typical for Gypsy jazz. For Gypsy jazz you will play more of the melody so that the singing sound of the Gypsy jazz guitar will emphasize the melody more. And then in the gaps you will play chords. And Nuage is a perfect example. I will play part B first and then explain it to you. Or I will play a whole chorus first and then explain the details to you. I will now leave out arpeggios and stuff like that and just play the naked melody with chords. So I started. Like this. So what I just did is I will play the part A first, and this one's very easy. You start on a C sharp with the melody, and in this arrangement I decided to play on the G string instead on the B string. You can play all the melody on the B string, then you start in the 2nd fret, like, and then 10th fret, and then chromatically down to the F, but I did that on the G string. I slide a bit into the A on the B string 10th fret. You don't have to do that. You can play it naked, like, and then on the F, I will play a B flat minor 7 chord with F on top. Then I do something with the bass that I often do. And I play an open A, and then a D, and this is, of course, melodically and harmonically, that doesn't really make sense, but it's something that you do often in country music, jazz music, or any music where you play the bass. It's just very natural to use the open string here, because when you do it on time, it sounds better than using the B flat actually, for some reasons how the guitar sings and stuff. So you play the B flat minor 7, heading with that little bass movement to the E flat, and playing an E flat 7/9, also with F on top. Then the melody is descending from F to E flat, and I do that with the ring finger, middle finger and first finger, because then I can easily play these A half diminished chord underneath. And you can play it like this with the middle finger performing the root, or you can also do it with a thumb performing the root. So then the E flat stays the same while you play D dominant 7 flat 9 with this little bar chord here. And then you have the D for G major 7. Or if you want to have it more gypsy jazz like, you can play a G6 and leave out the major 7. But I think the major 7 is fine here. This one's also cool. Then I'm, playing a little chord progression that the rhythm player would play as well, like A minor 7, B flat diminished, and then G with B in the bass. All these voicings should be common. This is a minor 7 voicing, the typical diminished voicing, and G. Then again, and now I bended the A. And what I sometimes do is, I'm playing a B flat triad, B flat minor triad, and let the D string move from B flat to A flat to G, which is actually kind of a B flat 6 chord, but it's also it's also a nice sound for the E flat dominant 7. That means, and then I'm going with the pinky. Now comes the other one. This is the next part, heading to E minor. And here I'm starting on the D string with actually A sharp to B. And this is like the melody naked. But then I play this note with the pinky and have the F sharp half diminished underneath. I'm switching the bass from F sharp to C, and then B dominant 7, and the melody is repeated, but now with G as a last note. And you have an E minor chord, E minor 7 chord, E minor major, it doesn't matter, whatever you prefer, E minor at 9, so fine, 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 fine. All with the G on top. At 9, triad, major 7, 7, 6. Then we have a B7 chord, where B dominant 7 chord, where there is no melody. So I play an interesting chord like this one. This is B dominant 7 sus, and then I'm releasing it by moving these fingers downwards, letting them descend from E to E flat and from C sharp to C, making it somehow a B dominant 7 flat 9 chord, flat 9 with a flat 9. Actually, that's it. This is the flat 9, and then I play this chord, which is a nice E minor chord. This bar chord here in the 2nd fret. My middle finger is playing the D on the B string, and then the pinky is playing G. So this is, let's check it out, E, this is the 5th, this is the 3rd, then we got the A here, which makes it an 11, the 7, and the 9. So a full 7 with a 9, E minor 7 chord with a 9 and a 11 in there. So then we got, you can still play this like, you can also move it to here, but I do like, and then we have A dominant 7. Which finger you can play the chord directly, downwards to A flat, and again A, dominant 7. And now comes a chord that's very typical for this tune. This is a D dominant 7 flat 9, but it's the same voicing that we had here for B, but this time the root is not on the low E string, but on the upper E string. And again, part A. And what I did in the introduction, I think, is now this thing can be played like, you can follow with minor 7 chords all the way through. This is nice, I think. Same thing, you can play instead of a D, you can play also a flat with the D on top, which makes it an A flat 7, raised 11, sharp 11. And then I played like A minor 6, or this can be seen as D dominant 7 with A in the bass. It's just A, F sharp and C. Then I move it to the 8th fret, so it's like kind of a F7 chord or a C minor 6, C diminished, whatever you like to see it. And then back to the G with B in the bass. So then we have this key change, and the melody now is a G triad. So we have the G triad from the 3rd to the 5th, chromatically downwards. And then we have the B flat on top with E minor flat 7. E flat minor 7 is the chord. I'm sometimes mixing these chord names up in English, so I hope you don't mind. But E flat minor 7 is correct. Then we go to A flat 7. You can play an A flat 7 13. Then the melody is again descending. You can play this chord. This is interesting. When you want to let it ring, and you have this kind of strange bar chord performing D in the 5th fret and A flat on the 4th fret. And then for the C you need G on top. So I played in the introduction, I played a C major chord, C major 7 chord. And I moved up diatonically and backwards. So now we got this, and I played this melody naked, like, and then I played this Stairway to Heaven thing on the C minor chord. So the triad, then with the major 7, and here the pinky or the ring finger on top, like this, and like this. And then we got G, and I played the G major chord up here. You can do some things like, or some strange, this is also nice. G, then the natural harmonics, D, the natural harmonics in the 7th fret, and G and the natural harmonics in the 5th fret. And then we're almost done, because now comes last A. You can also play something like that on top, like this is like a B minor 11, B flat minor 11, B flat minor 7, and then it's like E flat dominant 7 9 with 13 without the 13, and then again I'm to G. This is like basically the same than the beginning. Then we have a C minor chord, C minor 6 chord, and again G. One more thing for this part A that I like is this one. Start earlier with the add 9. This is B flat minor add 9. So this is nice. And you can do the same thing, or not with the 9, but also with this descent on the A flat half diminished to D, like. Like this. So this is basically the chord melody of Nuage. And of course, there's a lot that you can change then and that you can fill in when your let's say when your abilities grow and when you have more stuff that you can play concerning arpeggios and stuff like that. And there are really, like, you know, great versions of the great players, of course, and everybody should just try to make it in his own way. And but this is how it works basically with the naked melody. So I hope that helped you. If yes, subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment, and looking forward for more lessons and more material. I got some fine players on my channel, some very good players that use my play-alongs. So if you like to evolve in Gypsy Jazz, make sure to buy my play-along package if you like that. You would of course support me and do something for your own practicing. These play-alongs are great and great for performing as well. Or, you know, you can also ask me for a private lesson if there are still questions and you have some certain questions. Just write me a comment. I will send you my mail address. I think it's in the description, so check out the description. There are all the informations. And have a nice day. Bye.